Welcome aboard. Ladies and gentlemen from the flight deck, good day, good afternoon. We are here in our B1900D, still at Jersey, and we are about to fly to Innsbruck. Yes, Innsbruck. I have not taken this plane to Innsbruck before. I have only landed at Innsbruck a handful of times before, so this is going to be very, very interesting. We also have a full load of, we are literally at our maximum takeoff weight. We cannot take another 1/10 of a pound on board, because I've just filled up with our passengers and then taken as much fuel as humanly possible. So let's get started. Hop into the virtual cockpit, and let's get our boarding. You know what, let's go from EasyJet today.
Destination set.
Engine instrument checked. Flight control.
Okay.
Checked.
Let's see, aircraft documentation. Our V speeds, we are at max weight, so that's going to be 113, 116, 121. And we've now got our doors open. It sure do. I'll get you a view of the doors. There we go. Okay. I really need to install EasyDock. That'll make startup so much easier. Battery on. We should have external power because we're at a gate. Sure do. We'll get that on. We'll get the avionics on. Get in contact. Let me move this to my other window. Let's listen to the ATIS. That's going to be on 129725.
Jersey airport information. India 12340. Wind 302 at 11. Visibility greater than 20 miles. Sky condition. Few clouds at 2,200. Temperature Niner 2.8. Altimeter 3003 ILS. Runway 27 in use. Landing and departing runway 27. VFR aircraft stay direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact. You have India.
Alright, so now our clearance is going to be, that's with Jersey ground, so it'll be 1219. Jersey ground, Sierra Tango 874, ready to copy IFR clearance to Innsbruck.
Sierra Tango 874 is cleared to Innsbruck Airport is filed. Fly runway heading, climb and maintain 5,000. Departure frequency is 120.3, squawk 6213.
Alright, Sierra Tango 874, cleared to Innsbruck Airport as filed. We're going to fly the runway heading, climb and maintain 5,000. Departure on 120.3, squawking 6213.
Sierra Tango 874, readback is correct. Contact ground on 121.9er when ready to taxi.
Alright, so let's go through and make sure we have our engine ice needs to be on. Windshield heat can come on, as well as our pitot heat.
Oh, no.
Very cold.
Drink, man? Here you go.
Let's see. Let's take a look at what our flight length is actually going to be. Because as the crow flies, it's about 550 miles, and I believe the max range on this plane is like 770. 566 nautical miles, okay. We should be alright. Should be alright. As long as I can, be fuel efficient Oh boy. We're in trouble. Alright, maybe we should take a look at our pressurization. If we look at, was it central panel? Nope, that's not what I want. Cabin pressurization. That's also not what I want. Engine controls?
Oh, okay.
Can I cheat and use track IR? Yep, sure can. Okay, so I've learned how to use cabin pressurization. So we want to set this for 1,000 feet above our cruising altitude. And that would be the bottom arc here. And our cruising altitude today is going to be 20,000 feet. So we need to set our inner needle here to 21,000 feet. Which means we're only pressurizing to like 3,500 feet, really? Alright, if you say so. Okay. So in theory, that should be correct now. We'll make sure our FMS is all set up, except our initial position. This is a very simplified FMS if you didn't know, so it's not like we can actually do much. This is more or less just a representation of what's in the GPS. Cool. Like I say, I'm pressing VNav, it's not even doing anything. So. Alright. Well, we've got our passengers on board. I probably should have had the seatbelt sign on already, but... Okay. So I think we are ready for taxi. Right? Well, we need our oxygen on. Okay. We're going to get ready for engine start here. So get the beacon on, and we will contact ground to make sure we're clear. So Jersey ground, Sierra Tango 874 with India, ready to taxi IFR.
Sierra Tango 874, taxi 2 and hold short of runway 27 using taxiway Alpha. Contact tower on 119.45 when ready.
Taxi 2 and hold short of runway 27 using taxiway Alpha, Sierra Tango 874. Alright. Cockpit to ground, we are ready for pushback. Let's see, where's taxiway Alpha? I think we're going to want tail right. That's kind of overkill for this plane, don't you think?
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback. Locking gear. Departure check completed. Pipe has been inserted. Release parking brakes. Commencing push. All engines clear. Start that wheel.
Alright, starting number 2. Shh. I didn't see that. I totally did not forget to disconnect external power. no warnings, just the only caution we have is auto feather. Alright. Oh, this is a weird view. Oh, come on. Please? Fine. Control period. There you go. There we go. That's better.
Unlocking gear. Tow truck disconnected. Bypass being removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
Alright, so we're gonna get the wave. There's the wave. But we gotta wait till he says have a good trip, otherwise they're gonna say, please set parking brake. Come on. Yay. Let's get going. I have the horrible feeling like I'm forgetting something. So guys, what do you think of the new upload schedule? If you missed, I believe I talked about it last video. If not, or if I didn't, or if you missed last video, what I'm shooting for is an FSX video on Monday and Friday, and a farming sim video on Wednesday, and then just other videos kind of smattered in there as I see fit. So for example, we'll do a couple American Truck Sim videos. I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing a full series on that or just a few videos on it, depending on how much I like the game. Maybe some Farming Simulator mod spotlights, FSX plane spotlights. Like, those would be videos that just don't have a schedule, but we would do we would schedule FSX videos on Monday and Friday, and Farming Sim 15 multiplayer on Wednesday. And again, this is not a promise that we're going to have content all the time on those days. There's probably going to be days that I miss just because I am still busy, even though I'm down to one job. But it's going to be something that I do my best to stick to. So this week we had a FSX video. It wasn't on Monday. It was, I think it ended up coming out early Wednesday morning. I had a lot of problems getting that one rendered. And then a Farming Sim multiplayer on Wednesday, and now this video on Friday. I've also done some research, and by research I mean I looked at the aircraft price and rank browser that comes with FSPassengers. And it looks like, for a business jet, we could get the Embraer Phenom 100, which only has a 4-passenger capacity, for about $3 million. So it's something we could get pretty soon. Or we could just save our money completely, and get the Hawker 850 XP for $9 million. Or we could do both. I have to look into the profitability of the Phenom 100. For example, is 16 passengers at economy, or 15 passengers in economy class, better than 4 passengers VIP? You know, it's just something we have to take into consideration, but we should also take into consideration it might be good to have it just so we can practice with jets with a small, easy-to-handle jet. Especially because according to FS Mania, who's another FSX YouTuber, if you don't know, but according to FS Mania, the Hawker 850 XP can be a bit of a handful to get used to, so I'm thinking it might be a good idea to get the small Phenom 100 and kind of like cut our teeth on jets on that aircraft before moving up to the Hawker 850.
Approaching 27.
Alright, so make sure everything is set correctly. We need to get our bleeds off for now. Come on, no, off. Thank you. Okay, and then engine anti-ice can come off. And everything here needs to go up to full. I think that's everything for takeoff. So let's tune the tower on 119,450. Quicker if we use this one. Jersey Tower, Sierra Tango 874, holding short, runway 27, IFR to Innsbruck.
Sierra Tango 874, cleared for takeoff, runway 27.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 27, Sierra Tango 874. So I've also turned down my scenery from extremely dense to very dense to hopefully save a few on the old frame rate counter. So we'll see how that, if that has helped at all, or if I need to turn it down to just dense, which I hope not.
On runway 27.
Alright, this should be close enough to our heading. That will clean it up a little bit. There we go. Let's run it up. Takeoff power set. We're pulling to the right.
V1, rotate. V2. Gear up.
And some rudder trim.
Sierra Tango 874, contact Jersey departures on 120.3.
Alright, we're going to 120.3 for Sierra Tango 874. First officer, if you could go ahead and tune that radio for me, that would be nice. Thank you. Jersey departure, Sierra Tango 874. We're climbing through 3,000 for 5,000. No, 1,300.
Sierra Tango 874, Jersey departure, roger, altimeter 3003. Sierra Tango 874, turn left heading 080, resume on navigation, climb and maintain 5,000.
Alright, turning left heading 080, resuming on navigation, climb and maintain 5,000, Sierra Tango 874. Flaps coming up. Get our bleeds back on.
Piper, November, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Contact Rift Center on 120.15. 120.15. Piper, November, Foxtrot,
Viper Delta Tango Sierra. Contact Guernsey approach on 128.65. 128.65. Viper Delta Tango Sierra.
Okay. Oh, we're almost at 80. I'll let the autopilot take it.
Sierra Tango 874. Climb and maintain 13,000.
Climb and maintain 13,000, Sierra Tango 874. Hopefully we get better wind conditions in Innsbruck. Flaps are up, pitot heats are on, engine anti-ice is... Hey, I thought I turned that off. Nope, I turned off the auto ignition. Crud. Silly me, you guys were probably screaming, no, that's not the anti-ice, that's the auto ignition. But I couldn't hear you. Sorry guys, it's kind of bumpy, I know, but we're gonna get out of it, so don't worry too much. And don't worry if it gets too bad, I do have a parachute. There goes my dog. Someone must have just got home. Excuse the dog. Hopefully I remembered to cut all the barking out of the video.
Sierra Tango 874. Contact raised center on 120.15.
Passing 10,000 feet, Captain.
Well, hopefully I remembered to cut out all that barking from the video. And also my pressurization system was evidently not set correctly, so we've got a pressure warning. Sorry guys. But, yeah. Hopefully everything should be going now. We're climbing, the cabin's climbing at 1,000 feet a minute. I'm going to reduce our climb rate to 1,000 feet per minute as well. Actually, let's make it 500, so we can get them to catch up pressurization is not moving. It's still set correctly down here, right? Yeah. It says it's climbing at 1,000 feet per minute, but we're getting like, oh, this is 1, 2, 3. It's been almost a minute. You'd think it'd be at 1,000 feet. Alright, we can pull back on the torque. Because out of that turbulence, we don't need the power so much. Oh, we have a notice down there. Can't see it because of the propellers. Taxi light. Thank you. There we go. That's our pressure taken care of. Where are we at? Almost at 1,000. Okay. Alright, so we can go ahead and get our vertical speed back. All right. Oh shoot, I forgot to contact Brest Center.
Sierra Tango 874, Brest Center, roger. Altimeter 3000. Sierra Tango 874, climb and maintain.
Altimeter
200.
Alright, climbing and maintaining flight level 200, Sierra Tango 874. Alright. Well, the good news about that turbulence during our takeoff and initial climb is that we'll get more pilot points for it, probably, even though don't care about pilot points this playthrough. Just making sure everything is still right, cabin pressure is good. Alright. Alright guys, well, there's nothing really left for me to do, so I will see you when we get to our top of descent in Innsbruck, where it's probably very, very windy.
Turn right, heading 165.
Turning right, heading 165, Sierra Tango 874. And this is like perfectly perpendicular to our final approach vector, I believe. Surprised they haven't told us to descend and maintain some ridiculously impossible altitude yet. Whew. Alright, starting to get anxious. And here's the turbulence. Yep, I knew we were gonna get turbulence.
Tango 874, descend and maintain 9,600.
Oh, that's not too bad. 9,600 for Sierra Tango 874. Everything down here is set as it should be. We have our landing lights on. Taxi lights don't come on until the gear is out. We're at flaps 1 now. So we need to slow down a little bit more. So let's get off the power.
You are 900 miles east. Turn right, heading 225, descend and maintain 9,500. Cleared localizer, runway 26. Approach.
Descending below 10,000 feet, Captain.
120.1.
Alright, turn right heading 225, descend and maintain 9,500. We're cleared for the localizer on runway 26, and the tower's on 120.1. Thank you, G'day. Alright, so 120.1. Innsbruck Towers, Sierra Tango 874. We're about 45 miles east. We're inbound for the localizer on runway 26.
Sierra Tango 874, Innsbruck Tower. Altimeter 3019er.
Alright, straight in, runway 26. There's our airport right there. And our runway's gonna be about here. So we should be, in theory, we'd be intercepting the glide slope here pretty soon. Take a look at what our landing speeds are going to be. Okay, approach, our weight, we've burned about 1,200 pounds. So we'll say that's going to be about the... We'll use the 16.6 weight, just because I doubt we're all the way down to 16,000 pounds. No, actually, I bet we are at 16,000 pounds. We'll use the 16,000 pound weight. So that means we're going to want a landing speed of about, we'll say between 113 and 115 knots. 113 minimum, not slower than 113. Approach, we want it between 123 and 125. And we should be okay. That localizer still hasn't come alive. I think we're gonna need to manually turn a little more to the right. Just get some distance closed with us in the airport. Once that localizer comes alive, we can readjust for an intercept course. Oh man, these mountains look totally unforgiving. I wonder how fast you get going. Like, I wonder how long it takes to ski down a mountain. It'd be pretty exhausting, I would imagine. I don't ski. I've snowboarded a few times, but not ever a mountain. Just those, you know, like, snowboarding places that have, you know, hills that you can snowboard down. You know, ski lifts that go up the hill and then you go down the hill. But nothing even close, nothing even remotely as extreme as this here. I'm surprised this localizer is not alive yet. We're within 30 miles. I don't know the activation distance or whatever of a localizer. Wait, are we within 30 miles? No, we're not. I thought it said 30, it says 32. I think we need to close some more distance. Is that going to kind of more or less point us right at the airport? Yeah, in fact, we may have overshot the localizer even. I don't know how they expected us to intercept that localizer with the vectors they gave us. Okay, yep, there's the localizer, and just as I thought, we did overshoot it. Alright, I think I'm going to take over from the autopilot. This is going to be interesting. Okay. The airport is going to be in this valley here, so I need to try to find the best way to get through these mountains. And we don't have a glide slope, all we have is a localizer. I don't need no stinking glide slope. You're buckled up, right? Okay. I can't afford a PA system in this plane. I just gotta stick my head out from the flight deck and be like, hey, behave. Yeah, the plane's yelling at me because my throttles are reduced too much and I don't have the landing gear out. But I want to reduce the throttles because I'm descending quite rapidly. I don't want to pick up too much speed. Alright, and now we've overshot the runway in the other direction. Whoa, that's not what I wanted. Oh, I see the runway. It's right over here. That's good news. It's not your speed. I can afford to ease off the descent. I thought it was going to be a little bit closer than that. No warnings. Besides the altitude freaking out. You're way past the altitude you told me to hold. Like, I know, plane. I know. I need to slow down before I can put out the landing gear, plane. Good grief, that is annoying. Hey, don't forget your landing gear. Buddy, don't forget your landing gear. Yeah, I know. Good grief. I wish this plane had spoilers. Why is it saying we're so far off to the side? Is our...
EDF.
Well, our heading's not screwed up again. Okay, sorry guys, we're gonna have to put up with that beeping, just I need to slow down more. I'm too fast to put out the gear or the flaps. Come on, get into that safety arc.
Tower, orbit 335, IFR, the Main ready to copy. Orbit 335 is cleared into the Main Airport as filed. Fly runway heading, climb and maintain 7,000. Departure frequency is 119.275, squawk 4633.
Okay, now we can get the gear out.
Orbit 335, cleared to the Main Airport as filed. Fly runway heading, climb and maintain 7,000. Departure is 119.275.
And it's still going off.
633. Orbit 335. Readback correct. Contact ground on 120.10. Tango 874. Cleared to land. Runway 26.
Cleared to land, runway 26, Sierra Tango. Okay. There's probably some good scenery for Innsbruck out there, right?
Innsbruck ground. Orbit 335. With whiskey. Ready to taxi. IFR.
Didn't I have scenery for Innsbruck?
Taxi to and hold short of runway 26. Using taxiway Lima Bravo. Contact
Pretty sure I did.
120.1 when ready. Taxi, hold short runway 26. Using taxiway Lima Bravo. Orbit 335.
Right, there's the glide slope. What in the world? Why are you beeping at me? I need to slow down. We're all configured for landing. Gears down. Double check that. Yeah, gears down. Now I'm paranoid. Gears down. Gears not down. Gear down. Thank you.
Approaching. 2-6. Too high. Too high.
I definitely hit the gear down button.
500.
Didn't my co-pilot even say gear down?
Innsbruck Tower, orbit 335, ready to go, runway 26, IFR, Limited, orbit 335, hold short, runway 26, traffic is short final. Hold short, runway 26, orbit 335.
We have a brake failure. Brakes are not responding.
That's fun. Reversers.
3,000 feet remaining.
So we still have right brakes, we don't have left brakes. Well, no need to declare an emergency. No need to spook the passengers. We're just going to be using reversers and right brake. Oh!
Sierra Tango 874, contact ground on 120.
Approaching 08.
Cleared for takeoff. Runway 26.
Cleared for takeoff? No, 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 no. No, no, he is not cleared for takeoff.
Orbit 335.
There we go. No, get off the runway, get off the runway, get off the runway. It's FSX, they're not gonna wait for you. Okay.
Sierra Tango 874, taxi to gate Golf 3, using taxiway Alpha Lima.
Alright. So I'm not going to try to do a GSX parking with the brake failure. So that's going to be an expense. Engine de-ice on. Hope the parking brake will still work. We sure are getting a lot of failures.
Orbit 335. Contact Innsbruck departure on 119.275.
The other day I was flying off camera, because I told you guys I would have to do that, and we had a flap failure. And of course we had that one beforehand. We had the gear failure in the PC-12. Failure chance is set to 1%, and this is the third failure. The third failure in like 9 flights. You'd think the failure chance is set to like 33%. Yep, so the failure is just the left brakes. Right brakes are still working. At least it wasn't a brake fire, because then I would definitely have had to declare an emergency. You know what, that is close enough. I don't want to end up ramming the terminal. Parking brake set. Okay, let's make sure ignitions are off. Let's get our strobe off. Taxi off. And power down. Oh yeah, I guess we can do that. we go. So there we are, landed safely in Geneva. Oh hey, we get a proper shuttle now. No, wait, did I just say Geneva? No, Innsbruck. Landed safely in Innsbruck. Let's see how bad we did. The left brake failed shortly after landing due to a rupture in the brake hydraulic system. The pilot was able to land the aircraft safely. 295,179. Considering that the flight was very good, the ticket price low, passengers on this flight think that your company's reputation should be 98%. Our reputation is now 80.28%. 628 points. Scheduled airport, problem occurred during flight, but you landed safely. Oh yeah. Now, where was our landing touchdowns? 406 feet per minute. Ah. So, how long was that cruise? An hour 39. Really? That's it? Climb time, 18 minutes. Descent time, 42 minutes. So, alright. So, apparently that is not the longest flight that I've done. I thought it was. Yeah, we're definitely going to record that. Though, let's take a look at... Now, sometimes when I go into the company manager to repair aircraft, the game will crash after the repair is done. So let's see if that's going to be the case here. Yeah, let's pay with insurance. That's a huge bill. Let's see. Is it going to crash? Looks like it's going to crash. Oh. Let's take a look at our price settings. So we have VIP at 800, economy at 300. Can I change VIP higher? Oh, nice, we can. Okay, so let's say 1,000. So that would be 4 people in a Phenom 100 would give us $4,000. Compare that to if we do 300 at 15, 3,000. We'd still get slightly more money from 15 people at economy class. There's 5, that's 1,500 plus another 3,000, that'd be 4,500. What if we increase this? Nope, then it gets to high. Nope, I don't want to set it higher than 1,000. So yeah. Let's see. We have $2,817,866. So we need about another million before we can get the Embraer Phenom 100. So that's if we have more flights like this, that's like just another 4 or 5 more flights. So, hey, it didn't crash. Sweet. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for flying with me today, the whole day. It's been a whole day for me. But yeah, until next time. Have a good one. Let me know where you want to fly next.
Ladies and gentlemen from the flight deck, we certainly hope you enjoyed flying Shadow Transit, and we hope to see you soon.